What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your boy G Waters. We're back for another episode of Soul of the Streets, and I'm so thankful and honored to have this young lady on the show today, tonight, whenever you're listening. But she's here, Shaquila Gooden. Welcome to the Soul of the Streets,
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here. Long time coming, long time
man.
coming.
Yes, yes, yes. You've been putting a lot of work. You got a new situation going on that we're going to talk about the hood, and I'm
Yes.
just excited to have you on to talk about it because it needs to be talked about.
Thank you. Thank you
You
so
know what I'm
much.
saying? I saw the promo that you were doing, and I was like, I mean, I always see your posts and stuff, so you always have an interesting personality. So I was like, man, I wonder if she'd be interested in coming on to talk about it because I'd love to have her on. So thank you for saying yes.
Well, thank you. Thank you for seeing me. Thank you for acknowledging just the work I'm doing out here for me and others. I really appreciate it.
You got
And
it. You
thank
got
you
it.
for giving us a platform, right?
Hey,
Without a platform.
yes, we platforming.
Yeah. I
All right,
love
let's get into it.
it.
For
Okay.
people being introduced to you for the first time, who is Shaquala Gooden beyond the titles, actress, comedian, writer, and producer?
So outside of all of that, I'm a mom, grandma. Um,
Grandma.
I'm a
That's
grandma.
crazy.
Yeah. Grandma, my grandson is 5. Um,
Wow.
yes, love him. He's actually in the room right now watching Lilo and Stitch series. That's my boy. Honestly, I'm a people's people, if that makes sense. I'm a people's person, right? Um, I'm a big sister. Everything that I do, I realize kind of centers around that, just always wanting to take care of others and
Mhm.
making sure they feel just as loved as seen as either I feel or the lack of how I feel. So if I know like dag, I really wish that I had support in this, then I do my best to try to make sure that I create a space so that others don't feel that lack that I did.
We have that in common. I think that's why this platform, I do it because like
Mm.
it was needed for 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 the culture at that time. So so yeah, I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, I met you at I don't know if you remember at the Empire party. I think it was Christmas one
Wow,
year.
yes. You took it
Yeah,
back.
so you're right, right. So I met you there, and your energy was crazy there. So I was like, okay, and that's when we started following each other. So my
Yes.
cousin Bobby, he was part of the one that brought me there. So hey, we
Yes.
still out here. We still out here
Yes,
doing what
we
we gotta
are.
do.
That's
You
crazy.
know?
That was a while back. That was a
Yeah,
while back.
it
And
was. It
thank
was.
you. Like, look how things come full circle, right?
Right. Facts. Facts. We just gotta keep the work going. Like it's
Yeah.
really in us. So it's like we don't stop. Like no matter what, you just gotta keep going. Stay creative and let whatever happens happens.
Right.
You know.
I
So.
agree. I mean, like you're out here so on the streets, you're making sure that people get a platform and voice to be heard, which is very commendable, right? A lot of people we have a lot to say, and a lot of times we're doing the work and you feel like you're not doing it to be seen, but when you
Mhm.
do get acknowledged for it, it does make you feel like, hey, you're doing the right thing. Because sometimes this
Right.
can be very daunting. So thank you
Yeah.
for just making a person feel like, okay, I'm on the right track, you
Oh,
know?
you got it. You got it. Well, the hood is set in a transforming Harlem. What made
Yes.
Harlem the right backdrop for the story?
Because okay, so I feel like that's where I learned a lot about becoming a woman, a lot about life. I moved to Harlem when I was 16. I'm originally from Left Rock City, Queens. Shout out to
Okay.
Queens. Shout out to Iraq. Um, and then I transitioned into Harlem at 16. I've always wanted to live in Harlem, always wanted to live in the city. I was always drawn to it. And then when my mom moved here, I was like, oh, I'm coming to Harlem. And Harlem is where I got all my growing pains, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of
Mm,
lessons learned, a lot of growth, a lot of it took me to fall a lot for me to become the woman that's sitting in front of you today. So Harlem did that. And this is kind of like my love letter to Harlem for allowing me to kind of maneuver through these streets and meet all these different people from different walks of life and not get swallowed up by it, but kind of blossom from it. So
Mm-hmm.
that was, it was like, oh, it's only right that I do it.
Okay. Well, Qualah, the character, is balancing motherhood, ambition, auditions, relationships, and survival. How much of her journey reflects real life for women trying to build while holding everything together?
How much? All of it. I'm holding it. I'm holding it together now. I was just now as you talking, I'm trying to find the mute button because my grandson started yawning, and I'm like, oh my god. Um, the truth is, when you're a woman, a black woman at that, you there is no off button,
Mm,
right? We're always constantly working, trying to be better, trying always working to support our family, working to support the men in our lives, making sure that the men that we love feel safe, or women, right? Don't want to keep anyone out. We
right.
always are making sure that we have to say the right things, do the right things, take the right steps, because if we don't, our family feels it, right? And or our community that we've built feel it. So
Mm,
it's just a constant, it's it's a constant inner work that has to happen. Am I doing the right thing? Okay, well, okay, I fell yesterday, but you got to pick yourself up because you know what your goals are, you know what the focus is. It is hard, but you got to stay the course. So me as a woman is just giving myself grace to know that I'm going to make mistakes, right?
mm,
And those mistakes are where my lessons lie. So I allow myself to try it all, to make the mistakes, to make sure that I don't judge other women, because I kind of feel like women, because we go so hard, sometimes we don't give each other the space to make mistakes. So I try
mm.
to make sure that I operate in a space of like just really no judgment. We like what's understood is understood. Hey, you figuring out? Okay, figure it out, sis. Um,
Right.
but I think sometimes being that open, women sometimes look at me like, well, she's odd. How come you're not judging? Or like a lot of the time they project their judgment onto me because I'm like, listen, we're here to figure it out. We're here to make mistakes and it's okay. And I had to go through hardship to give myself that permission. So I granted to others.
Nice, nice. Is that something that you always done, or that's something that you matured into becoming, like that type of grace that you give, all women?
Matured into. Um and it really came from, it's a two part. I kind of always was a defender of anything that didn't feel right.
Okay.
If it didn't feel right to me, I'm defending it. Like, oh, why are you talking to him like that? Or got me in trouble a lot. But what? Um, but it I always kind of had that need to defend, but then maturing into understanding what that means for a woman and just shaping and molding that into, well, yeah, I'm a woman, but I'm also a person. I have my own thoughts. Yeah, women are supposed to be seen, not heard. Like this there's these norms that I'm like, well, who the hell said that I subscribe to these norms, right?
Right.
um I'm quirky as you get to. I'm very silly, very witty. I laugh a lot. I laugh all the time, even in the darkest situations, and I want the space to do that. So that's kind of where the maturity came in. I started to take up space in doing that. Like, it's okay to fall. It's okay. It's okay.
It really is, because you're gonna fall and you're gonna
Yeah.
get back up. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's dope. That's dope, because we need people to understand that, and push that message forward, because people feel like when something happens, like it's the end. They feel like it's like
Yeah.
the end. And like it's the end of that happening to you. But if
Right.
you can get back up and start anew, and everything will be
Right.
okay again.
It's a
Yeah, that's dope.
moment, right? It's
Yeah,
a moment. And I had to
dope.
learn that. Ooh, that to understand that gave me so much breathing room. Oh my God. It went from feeling like your world is falling apart to like, oh wait, it's just this moment that's falling apart. Okay. Okay, I can breathe.
And then when the moments start coming back together, it's like, whoa, okay, now I understand why it fell
right,
apart.
right,
Yeah,
right.
dope. The series deals with cultural displacement and communities changing. What did you want to say about gentrification without making the story feel too heavy or preachy?
Black people are love. That's what I wanted to say. We make space for other communities, for other cultures to live with us, within us, take
Mm.
from us, learn from us. And I'm watching Harlem. I've watched Harlem make that transition, and I've watched us support other cultures as they come in and plant themselves. And it's just interesting to me because I'm like, if this ain't the biggest depiction of Black people and just our love of everyone, I don't know what is. So for me, when I see gentrification, I it immediately helped me understand our people and our culture, and then it helps me look at people coming in and seeing who's struggling with coming in and learning more. Like, hey, well, I'm now in this new space, I'm in a new culture, let me adapt. You get to see the people that adapt, and you get to see the people that feel like, well, I'm here and y'all should adapt. You
Mm.
get to see all these different aspects of cultures as they come in, and their struggle and their journey, I should say, with living amongst, our culture. So I
And it's
want,
such a beautiful culture.
yeah, come on now, okay? Like, there was no way for me to write this story and not add that, because it's when I see a white person jog through a dice game, or someone's having a barbecue on the block, because that's what you do in Harlem.
Yes,
And
yes.
then you see the cops pull up, and it's that woman that just moved here, and she's complaining, the Karen. So you see where it is, you know what I mean? And then you
Hmm.
see where they like, we party in the street, and they right there next to us partying in the street. So this, you could see where it's so embedded now. There's no way for me to talk about Harlem and not talk about the change of Harlem. That would just
Right.
be, yeah, that would be ridiculous.
That's a dope perspective. I'm glad that you add that to the show. So the description calls the hood heartfelt, hilarious, and unfiltered. How do you find the balance between comedy and real life struggle?
Comedy comes from real life struggle.
How about that?
That's the root of comedy, right? Comedy comes from your darkest moments, and you have, and it's something about what I call comedy brain. Your brain just manages it manages to see the joke in it, right?
Hmm.
And it's like, if
Yeah.
you don't think comedy don't come from the darkest places, then you're crazy. You're crazy. Like, I'll
I
give you
think
an
that's what makes
example,
us
right?
crazy. That's what makes us known crazy because like, I'm the type of person that has that kind of dark humor too. So
Right.
I get exactly what you mean. But some people don't get it, or they don't want to appear like they get it because they don't want to laugh or whatever the case is.
Hmm.
It's like,
Those are
well,
the ones that
okay.
go to the comedy club with an attitude.
Mm,
Because why you there?
right,
Why
right,
you there? Go
yeah.
repent. Go to church. Get some healing.
All right. As the writer and producer of the series, what was the
Hmm.
original spark that made you say, "This is the story I need to tell"?
I waited a long, because it's my story. And I put everything and everyone before me. And I was like, you know what? Damn it. Time to put myself first. Um, the hood it's a love letter to Harlem, but it's also a love letter to myself. It allowed me to honor the things I've been through, because I've been through some stuff. Okay, it allows me to talk about it all in its entirety. And it allowed me also to share stories of people around me, because
Hmm.
the hood is the hood ain't just, it's not just my hood. We all live in a hood, right? So it's what the hood represents. And it's not the hood, just the neighborhood, it's the hood of life. So that's
Right.
motherhood, fatherhood, sisterhood, brotherhood, childhood, adulthood, singlehood, neighborhood. So with all of those different hoods, everybody's story gets told in this. And I'm like, it's not just my story alone to tell, because I have all these other characters that kind of that if it without them there is no story to tell. So it
Right.
allowed me to honor everyone.
Dope. Dope. Well, you are Trinidadian American. How
Yes,
does your
I
cultural
am.
background? Hey. How does your cultural background shape your voice as a storyteller and performer?
So, that's a great question. That's a great question. I always call myself Americanized, right?
Mm.
Because I am, right? I mean, my family, listen, you if I call anybody right now on my phone from my family member, pure accent, hey, Qualah, what going on? Da, 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 right? Um, for me, when I got to high school, I was like, oh, this accent, I gotta get this out of here. Um, Fun fact, I tried my hardest to Americanize myself. Now that I'm older, I love that I'm Caribbean. I love everything about my culture. I love the way it sounds, the way it smells, the way it feels. I love everything about it. Like it's me. If you know me, you know you're gonna hear some soca playing. There's gonna be some reggae, Afrobeats playing. Um, I'm. It's good. You're gonna if I'm cooking for you, you're gonna taste it in the spices. Everything that is me, you can tell. Like, where you from? Where you from, sis? Don't worry about it.
You're from y'all.
Trinity Bone, Trinity Bone.
Good stuff. Good stuff. What's your favorite? What's your favorite meal?
My favorite, oh, mine might be pilau. I love my grandmother's pilau. That, bori, of course, um,
Okay.
curry goat roti, currants rolls, man, sorrel, ginger beer,
Oh
everything.
man.
One thing I do, and I know I'm gonna catch hell for saying this. I'm still trying to wrap my mouth around Morby. Listen, I know Morby's great for you, but I do not love the taste of Morby. Trinidadians do not come for me in the comments. I know you're gonna come for me. I have to say it. Morby, ooh, baby, that thing hit my tongue. I'm like, mm-mm.
Hey, I gotta try. I gotta try it. So you have done stage work, film, comedy, and digital series work. What does each space teach you differently as an actress?
Okay, so stage work. Stage work is real because, baby. So stage work is real because rehearsals is where you give it all. Rehearsals is where you give it all. That's where you make the mistakes, you cry, you figure it out, you scream through it.
Mm,
Because when you touch that stage, it's go time, it's live. There's no cut. There's no, even if you make a mistake, you have to keep going. The audience have no idea what's happening. They don't know that mistake is not part of your character. So
true.
everything you do live, you have to always be mindful. You have to stay in character. You have to make sure that the audience is the buy-in is good. So as a character, you have to make sure that when you're live, no matter what it looks like, whether you forget a line, make it make sense to the character.
Mm,
Make the audience buy that in, right? When you're dealing with TV and camera, it's smaller, as you can see, right? Like it's right here. So it's not something that I have to give with my whole full body. It's a lot of facial work. So I know that when I'm giving to the camera, it's really focused on my face and my call and response to you right here,
okay.
right? But then on stage, it's the stage is big. So everything, me tapping my foot matters. The way I move, everything, they see your whole body. So everything you do matters, right? So that's the
Mm,
difference. You have to know for the stage it's bigger, and for the TV it's here,
okay.
from
That's
chest
dope.
to here or full body, depending. But then,
That's a jewel. That's a lesson right there for those that want to follow in the footsteps. You feel me? You just gave a lesson, one
A
on
little bit, a
one,
little
right?
bit, a little bit, a little bit.
Being a devoted single mother is part of this character story. Why was it important to show motherhood in a real layered way instead of making it one dimensional?
Because too many of us have that story. And he, sorry, my grandson's calling me.
It's okay. He want to be a part of the soul of the
Yeah.
street.
Hold on one second. Adonis, come here. Adonis.
It's a family affair.
It is because he grandma. Yes, yes, Adonis. Can you bring me the remote? So being a grandma, just pivoting really quick. You're a mom twice. Okay? You're still raising your child, and now you have this new child that loves you just as much, and you have to, and you're helping your child raise this child.
I mean,
It's
that
the
connects to the question, kind of though. Like, so he came right on time. Like, being a
yeah,
devoted single mother
crazy.
is part of, the character story. So that answer there is like perfect,
Yo,
real
and
time.
being a single mom, honestly, like I said, too many of us have this story, right? And this is the God honest truth. Half of the time when we choose to have these children, it's the thought is that it's a union, we're going to do this together. But what I did learn is having a child doesn't keep a relationship. Not saying I did it for a relationship, because I didn't. I had my child
Hmm.
because I wanted my child. But it I had to learn it also doesn't make a person mature. That's a choice. You have to be ready to mature just because a child is involved. So being a single mother really just stems of sometimes people just choosing themselves
Hmm.
over the relationship. And it's like, hey, this is my child. We both parents. You go parent over there, I'm a parent over there, and we can still support each other in that and develop who we need to be. But it doesn't necessarily mean that we have to do this together per se, because
Mm.
us together in a relationship just doesn't work,
Right.
right? And having a child doesn't make the relationship, like, that's not a thing that's going to automatically make the relationship work, right? um you learn a lot about yourself becoming a mother, and then on top of that being in a relationship and that not working, and then now being a single mother. Your child is always looking at you. It's Your
Mm.
child is always, they're watching everything you do, what you say, who you're around, how you carry yourself, how you allow your anybody you date or in a relationship with to treat you. So I was like, women, especially Black single mothers, we have to hold on one second. We have to. I want to make sure that we're represented and we feel seen and heard. Adonis, I'm doing something. You have to go in the room with that. Thank you. I love you. Bye bye, pumpkin.
Well, not that was a good answer, and that really fit that question. So thank you, Adonis, for adding to the show.
Sorry for the color. Sorry for the extra bit of color.
Oh no, it's all good. It's real. This is real life story. Like we talking. This is it's what we do. A lot of creatives are stuck between the life they imagine and the life that they are actually living. How does the hood speak to that kind of internal conflict?
I wanted to make a show that mends the two. I wanted to make a show that actually looks like your real life. Like, I want you to be able to see yourself in this show. Be like, oh, I just went through that and I handle it the same way. Sometimes when I
Mm,
watch TV, when I watch these shows, I'm like, I don't see me on TV. I don't see me, meaning this kind of girl, like the girl that she's kind of tomboy, but still girly. She's soft in certain times. She has to be masculine in certain times. She's assertive. She's feminine.
hmm.
Um,
Have you
she's
not seen it
silly.
ever? Have you not seen it ever, or you just haven't seen it recently? Like,
I think the closest I've I've seen it in actresses have been like Taraji P. Henson,
Okay.
Regina Hall, Issa Rae, where they allow themselves to kind of be messy in their character. You know, they started like those are to me the women that gave themselves enough space to show all the layers of being a woman, right? Because we're funny, we're messy, we're everything all in one. So for the hood, for me, I was like, I want people to feel like they're literally watching their neighborhood. That's why when you saw like me walking out the building and the couple arguing, everybody knows that couple.
Mm-hmm.
Every neighborhood has that couple. That
You hear them out the window.
always 3 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, they are always arguing. Right. And then you see them about two hours later or up the block and now they're making up.
Yes. In the
So I
park.
wanted to make sure that I paid attention to that. I'm like, I want this to be a show that everybody can see their neighborhood. Like, oh, now that happens too. So I wanted to make sure that I blended real life and TV so much so that it just really mirrors real life. If that makes sense.
It does. You have created your own projects instead of waiting for permission. What has producing your own work taught you about ownership and survival in this industry?
It taught me, honestly, that my stories matter and I want to be able to tell my story, right? Sometimes when you sell your your IPs, you have someone else telling your story,
Mm-hmm.
right? They like, oh, this show is dope. Okay, well, we're gonna buy it. And then they're like, well, we can make you a writer on it. And then you got all these people in the room, and you're like, but you live in the suburbs. You don't know what I'm talking. You ain't never been through what I've been through. You have no idea. So for me, it's really important to have ownership over my story. And I'm not only the writer alone, right? The next few episodes you're gonna see, I have Titus Peoples who's also from Harlem, and he's also a screenwriter, and he's experienced the things I've experienced. So me and him partnered up, and we wrote the next few episodes that you're about to see together. Because
Okay.
again, these stories that like it's important to have people who have had this experience be a writer in this show,
Yeah,
right?
because people find it and be like, oh, try to turn it into a fantasy. They all of a sudden just start becoming unrealistic.
You know what it becomes? It becomes the show Harlem,
Mm.
right? That show
Yeah.
Harlem, I live in Harlem. And I'm like, wait, where does happen at? Where does that? Because that's not real. Y'all having this argument and you ain't see one real person walk by. Everybody look beautiful walking by. Baby, that's a lie.
Yeah.
That's not
True.
Harlem.
True.
You know you're gonna have somebody dancing past you in an argument, and you know what's gonna happen. So the fact that there was a show called Harlem and it didn't really give you Harlem for real, I was like, oh nah. No way.
That was inspiration in itself to do it the way that you know it to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
Dope.
gave me
Dope.
room. I was like, oh, hey, there's a room for me.
Now, you think with that show, like, you think people like try to not let them do it, or you think that the writers just didn't want to go in that direction? You think they were like, cause maybe they didn't have ownership to really call it how it actually happens in Harlem?
No, I think what they did, so they wrote that show for those particular women in Harlem.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
Because there's all kinds of that's the thing about Harlem. That's the thing about the black community, right? We're so multifaceted, we're so layered. There's
Right.
different kinds of black women, there's different kind of black men. So they wrote Harlem for those black women, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
And their story is just like their story is beautiful, it's all those things. So that version of Harlem is true to their story.
Right. So you're giving us a more of a hood, the hood. You're giving us
Right.
Shaquita, Fuquanda.
Yes. Yes.
Real. We're getting the real.
Right.
We need that. We need that.
You
So
get in the Harlem with the pretty girl walking down the street, but then she gonna get stopped by the crackhead who's like, "Hey, boo, can I get?" You know what I mean? Like it
right.
happens, and she's
Yes.
walking
Yes.
by feeling offended. Like, why would you think it's okay to talk to me?
Right. 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 Yeah. 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 Instead of like that never happens in Harlem or in black culture. Like where are the crackheads? Where are the dope fiends? Where's the dust heads? Where are they at? They're in our
Like, y'all,
hoods. So why aren't
y'all
they being
stop.
represented?
Right. So what happens to the east side of Harlem? They
You remember
exist.
like when Halle Berry was a crackhead and what's that
Losing
movie called? Like
Isaiah,
yeah, that was real. Like come on, like crackheads exist at that time. So you gotta be true to the culture.
and you want to know something funny?
Uh oh.
It's I don't. It's weird, but I don't see as many of them. It's like I don't know. Do everybody just scam now? There's no more drug dealers. I don't know. I'm just asking. I don't. It's like
Well,
everybody
I mean,
became a scammer.
it's more. I see a lot more. I still see crackheads, but I see dust heads now. I see a lot of heads. It's a lot. It's
It's a lot of
layered.
heads. It's a lot of heads.
Heads have
It's a lot of heads.
expanded. The type
I
of
like
head
that.
that
It's
you
a
could
lot of
be
heads.
today, the type of head that you could be today, you have so many different ones you
Yeah.
can roads
Yeah.
you could travel to be in that zone, so
Yeah. And I just think you just want to be real, right? And how many
hmm
of us have family members that fell to drugs? How many
yeah,
of us have family members that fell to drugs and rehabilitated? How many of us
yeah.
have been through those situations with those family members? Why are those experiences not told? It don't always look ugly for all of us, right?
Right,
Um
right, right, right. Sometimes
so
the ugly brings out the beauty. So like where's
yeah,
those stories? Like we gotta yeah, it's a lot of stories that haven't been told that needs to be told. And I'm sure what creatives like yourself inspiring other writers, those stories will be told at some point in time soon.
hopefully.
Yeah, you gotta just keep up. We just gotta keep creating. Well, you
Yeah.
you also launched Activated Inc. to support actors of color. What
Yeah.
gap did you see in the industry that made you want to build that kind of platform?
So I was hosting an event and co-producing an event called Act Up with CR Capers from Hip Hop Film Festival. And she had
Hmm.
this amazing event called Act Up that highlighted, did a live table read for writers, and actors will come show up to be a part of, to bring these table reads to life. And being there, I noticed how many actors needed to work on their craft.
Hmm.
So from that blossomed Activated Ink, because I was like, hey, actors need a space to work out, right? They need a space to get better, to make the mistakes, to be flawed, so they can walk into rooms like Act Up and kill and get that and literally get casted on site because they were that good.
Okay.
But for me, it was like seeing that need made me it. I was like, it has to be done. It has to be done, and so I did it.
Nice. I like that. I like that. You gotta when you see something as a people, that's what we do. Those of us that do it, that really believe in it, we just go. We just create it. No questions asked. We just do it and see where it goes. See where it goes. But
Absolutely.
for aspiring actors watching your journey, what do you wish more people understood about the difference between wanting to act and actually building a career?
It's the same thing.
Okay.
To be an actor, you are an entrepreneur. You work for yourself. You have to believe in your brand. You have to believe in yourself. You have to also be open to creating for yourself before someone
Hmm.
discovers you, right? You have to be okay. You have to also understand that everything that you are, carry yourself as such, right? You're an actor, carry yourself as an actor. Put yourself in spaces where you're continuously getting to work on you, right? Like I'm a teacher. I get to be in classrooms every day. I get to practice my craft, meaning commanding the audience, getting the students involved, keeping them engaged. That's very hard. And I do it daily. So it allows me the opportunity when I step into these roles, it makes it easier for me to bring those roles to life and kind of and understand what I'm doing on, and especially on stage, because it's like, oh, okay, I know what I need to do. I know how to keep my audience engaged. So for an actor, if you are thinking about becoming an actor, work on your craft. Always work on your craft. Do a lot of reading, right? Watch a lot of TV, watch movies, watch series, see other people work, and you'll learn things. You'll see little gems like, "Ooh, that was good. What made them make that choice?" People watch. Please, people watch. Sit on your stoop and just look at everybody that walk by. Because you never know, one day you'll have to play that jogger, or the woman walking her dog, or the person sitting at the bus stop. Watch the people. The people is where you get all of your best material. And
I knew this. I knew
last
this
thing,
interview was gonna be crazy because I said you have something to say to the people, and you are saying it.
and my last thing, learn financial literacy. You're an
Yeah,
actor, you're a business, you are an entrepreneur. Learn how to build yourself, build your credit, build your finances. And that's it. That's all I
hey,
got for that.
Jules. When people
Yes.
finish watching The Hood, what do you hope they feel about Harlem, about Qualah, and maybe even about themselves?
What I hope they feel is seen,
Hmm.
right? I hope that they see the beauty and the complexity of the neighborhoods they live in. Give people more grace, because now you get to see other people's stories, and also get to see what they're going through or why they're going through it. So don't be quick to dismiss somebody you see in your neighborhood. You have no idea what their life is like. You have no idea what they're going through. A simple hello may take that person very, very far. Um,
That's a fact.
Also, give yourself grace, right? You're going to see characters be flawed. You're going to see them make mistakes. And that might be the episode, that mistake. You don't expect everything to have like a beautiful ending or outcome, because that's not really life, right? I want people to feel seen, and also know that it's okay to fall down but get up.
Yes.
You're gonna see the person fall, but maybe 2 episodes later you're gonna see them rectify whatever it is, because that's life. Nobody stays stagnant, and some people do. You may see a character that does stay stagnant,
And that was their
and,
choice.
and that was their choice.
Yeah, true. What does legacy mean to you as a black woman creating stories, building platforms, and making sure people like Qualah are seen?
Legacy means that my daughter and grandson can walk through any door they want to. That's what that means for me. I'm
Okay.
building this so that my family can walk through any door they want to, right? Um, Having a grandson really catapulted me, because I'm like, he's a young black man in a world that doesn't like young black men, or black men, period. So anything that I can do to make sure that he lives in a safe world, in a world where he's allowed to make mistakes, and also when he builds himself, there'll be a world ready for him
Mm-hmm.
and doors open for him, and he wouldn't have to struggle as hard as I did, or his mom had to, right? Same thing for my daughter. She's a young woman now. She's a young woman turning into a full grown woman, right? Um, well, she is. She's 25. She's a woman. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but also, I know what it was like in my 20s, so I want her 30s and 40s to be a breeze. So I'm putting in the pain, as they say, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
Also, legacy to me means live in the world you want to see. Because when I lost my mom, right, we got to watch her take her last breaths, and on that journey of her transitioning, she has some regrets. And legacy to me is, you get one life, you have to live it. Because when you're transitioning, you want to feel good about the choices you made. You want to be able to transition and be like, damn, I did that. Yo, I did that. All right, God, you taking me? I get it, because I lived.
Right.
So legacy to me is living, and understanding that a no was a not now, and understanding that you need to be prepared for that no that was a not now, and when it turns a yes, you got to be prepared for that, because
Yeah.
that's part that when that door opens, that's going to be the thing that you're going to be smiling about later, in your later years. So legacy is just keep building, keep making sure that you tell your stories, make sure that you have ownership of your life and you're living your most authentic self as much as you possibly can.
Nice, nice, nice. How can the people watch the hood?
So right now, honestly, I'm gonna put it on social media. I'm have it on the internet. I'm gonna have it on YouTube, and I'm in the process of talking to a network. So it
Mm-hmm.
will also that will be coming soon. Um, then you could also find it on that network. So
Nice.
everything to me is for the people, right? I want it to be accessible. I want it to be in everybody's living room, on everybody's phone, iPad,
Yeah.
computer. Okay. I want you to watch it when you're sneaking off to the bathroom on your lunch break. Get you a good laugh or a great conversation starter.
Nice. My last question for you: what is something that people would be shocked about you that they think they know but they don't know?
They think they know, but they don't know. I love to dance.
Really? Okay. Nice, nice.
I I could do a two-step. I could
You
dance.
got you got a mean
Okay.
two step.
What? I have a dance. I have my little dancing school picture. Don't
uh
play with it. I went to
let me
dancing
ask you.
school.
Let me ask you this: what music do you like to dance to the most?
Hip hop, reggae, soca, Afro beats.
Nice. Okay. You
I could
gotta
dance.
have a
I could do.
mean.
Look, I could dance salsa, bachata,
Okay.
merengue, and
She's every
the
woman, everybody.
Brazilian.
She's every dancer.
What? I can. You know what I'm saying? Don't don't
Yes.
don't 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 let the
Don't play
age fool
around.
you
Don't play around. Don't play around.
at
How
all.
can the people find you on social media?
Oh, fine. You can follow me on You can follow me on TikTok. I'm
Hmm.
finally using it. You can find
I
me
know,
on
right?
TikTok.
It takes a lot to really just jump in
Yeah, so
there.
many
But
ways.
once you get there, it's like whoop.
Because I'm like, how many different ways do we need to keep talking to each other? Y'all all right? Jesus Christ. TikTok, Qualah Quickie, Instagram, Qualah Quickie. Um, I'm not on Facebook as much. Everything does go to my Facebook page, but I'm not on Facebook as much because when I lost my mom in 2020, that's how we always was on Facebook.
Yeah,
So it's just still kind of sensitive for me. So you can find my stuff on Facebook. I do check in every once in a while, but definitely Instagram, I immediately. And TikTok, I'm just starting to. So Instagram me.
got you.
Instagram me.
Well, this has been a dope interview conversation. Thank you so much for being a guest on Solar Streets. I'm so honored to have had you and to hear
Thank
about the
you.
story that you're writing and just make it happen. So Harlem, the hood. I mean, we
Yes.
gotta all check it out and support it and just run those numbers up so we can just help the sister just continue to be great.
Thank you. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a guest on your show. Thank you for creating this space and giving me this platform. Soul on the Streets. Soul of the Streets is so dope. Thank you so,
Thank you.
so much. You are a real one. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you so much.
Likewise,
Y'all run
likewise.
his numbers up. You heard what he said. Don't just run my numbers up. Run his numbers up. Okay?
And I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna catch you on the dance floor one of these
Oh,
days,
absolutely. I'm
and
outside.
we're gonna get a dance, and we're gonna get a toast to the success of the hood.
Absolutely. I'm
All
outside.
right,
Come see me.
let's get it. All right, enjoy. Be safe.
You too. Have a great one.
Bye bye.
Bye.